Welcome to another installment of Creative Solutions. I'm Travis Chapman.
I'm Kenneth Vaughn.
And today we'll be talking about awakening a sleeping generation. However, before we get to that topic, I gotta tell you look good, brother.
You know, I did what I knew that you were gonna bring your best, man. So
I try. You know, we have our competition.
Yes,
so,
we do.
You know, today is Bow Tie Tuesday. Shout out to all the students who wore their bow ties today, who continue to desire to dress for success. So we appreciate you participating in Bow Tie Tuesday and dressing for success. So on to our topic, awakening a sleeping generation. So pretty much what that means is we have a lot of great youth out there, particularly at our school, a lot of great young people. However, some of our young people are asleep. They're in a state of amnesia because they do not realize the greatness that's within them. And we did a previous video, Recognize the Greatness Within You, and we dropped a few principles and some points there. But a lot of our students don't realize that they're great. They're sleeping right now, and they don't understand that success is in them. You said oftentimes you have a Porsche in you, a four-door Porsche to be exact. You have a house in you, all right? And it's important for individuals to see what they have inside of themselves and to be able to recognize that they are great, they are successful, even before they reach that point.
Let's go through and try to dive right into the first and most important part. The most important piece to you awakening the greatness in you also is your day-to-day practice.
Yes.
It's that day-to-day grind, because the most important player or the most important person in your long-term success is you.
Right.
It's not your mom, it's not your dad who drags you to these different places. It's about living in the right now. What are you doing on a day-to-day basis that says that I will not stop and I can't stop until I'm successful? I see my future and I'm chasing right behind it. What are you doing? How does your practice, how does your preparation for tests, how are you doing things on Saturdays to say that when the college opportunity comes, I'm going to go through and exceed when it happens? What are you doing?
Exactly. I had a player to tell me once before, I'm just a practice player. I'm a game time player rather. I'm a game time player. I don't practice hard, but when the game comes, I play hard. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as a game time player. You have to practice how you're going to play. All right? And so the first time he met up with an elite level player gave it to him because he didn't practice the way he should practice in order to play hard in the game. And so what we're telling students is you need to practice how you're going to play in the game. So playing in the game is that assessment that comes at the end of the unit. All right? How have you practiced and prepared at home? Have you used your resources online? Have you used the resources that's in your teachers, all right, to help you to prepare for assessments, to help you to be successful in a specific class? All right, so you got to practice.
One of the another key points that we've been stressing is, what's your purpose, right? You know, Eric Thomas talked about what's your why. Probably one of the most powerful videos I've ever seen. But what's your purpose? Because if your purpose is big enough, it's that thing that's going to pull you and it's going to compel you to move, that even when you're tired, you see yourself differently. For me, my purpose was I did not grow up with a dad, and I hate not having him there. I hate when my mom went through situations with bad men and I wasn't strong enough and I wasn't big enough to do it. I hated the fact that sometimes I didn't have, or we didn't have enough money for an electric bill. Or sometimes we had to run water in the sink because our water was about to get cut off. But despite all those things that they threw at me, right? That they threw at my family, because when I saw myself in the mirror, I saw myself as somebody greater than where I lived at. Shout out to Delmont Plaza. But listen, Delmont Plaza and everything they threw at me couldn't confine me. So what's your purpose? It's because of my purpose I was able to go through and move from poverty to almost middle class. And because my purpose is great, when we hit a millionaire status, it's because it was already in me. All those challenges, all those barriers, what you're doing is you're using the excuse that because I came from a certain place, because my daddy wasn't there. Listen, get over that. My daddy wasn't there either. We all go through challenges, right? And I'm not saying it's not significant, but if your purpose is great enough, you move past.
There you go.
You move past the barriers.
I always ask myself, when I set a goal, what's my purpose? And because between the starting point and the end point, there's going to be conflict, there's going to be barriers, there's going to be hurdles, there's going to be things to get over and across in order to get to the end. So I asked myself, what's the purpose? So that when I encounter those barriers and that conflict and the naysayers, that I understand my purpose and I can use that to get over those hurdles and climb that mountain and get to my goal. Because you know what? Nothing's going to stop me. I have that mindset because there's greatness in me. I recognize it. I'm not in a sleep state. All right? So we're trying to shake students. We're trying to wake you up and give you the understanding that you are great. You are successful. All of that is in you. However, you don't realize it. You don't recognize it. Wake up, recognize who you are. Short and sweet.
And to the point.
And to the point.
Don't forget, listen, you gotta grind this thing out. I'm sorry, you gotta grind this thing out.
Grind it out.
Grind it out. No
Yes,
excuses.
Sir. No excuses. We're Creative Solutions. I'm Travis Chapman.
I'm Kenneth Vaughn.
Thank you for joining me.